Alright, all you video gamers, welcome to yet another alphanumerical weapon grade showdown of Rage Edition of the DJ Smokey's true video game stories. And with a title like that, and prior to our big birthday celebration, for this year we decided to go with one of the first action games we've ever played, only known as 1. And this game, besides having probably one of the weirdest titles we've ever run into, probably had one of the most coolest weapons we would ever run into as well. And with that explained, folks, I think it's time for us to gear up, lock and load, and most importantly, try to figure out why they're after me in the first place as we get ready to paint the picture. Alright, this video game story began approximately well over 22 years ago when my father decided to give me this game as a Christmas/birthday present, and I was awe-inspired by this game, with this being probably one of the weirdest games that my dad would give me besides my Uncle Denis giving us a game known as Descent, which ironically enough, we only played once and cleared one level in that game and never touched it since. And since my brother was more into sports and racing games at the time, he didn't want anything to do with this game, so I decided to pick up the controller, and at the first moment when I played this game, people started shooting at me from all angles. I didn't stand a chance. I mean, helicopters started shooting at me, people on the ground started shooting at me. I would accidentally jump off the side of the level screaming, "No!" when they all shot at me, because I didn't know what direction to go into. They were all shooting at me from all sides. I had no choice, so I did the smart thing in my mind at that time and jumped off stage. And that was my first experience playing this game. But as weeks went on and I slowly but surely learned how to play this game, I would learn how cool this game truly was, with them not only giving me an arm cannon to shoot at bad guys from rooftop to rooftop, but also giving me probably one of the iconic weapons that I would still use to this day in video games. Not only a shotgun, but a flamethrower. And the second the lady who was the voice narrator for the weapons would pop up and say flamethrower, and I would use it to burn the bad guys in all different directions. And at the same time, on the bottom of the screen, I would see this orb thing on the bottom of the screen just pulsating multiple times, just getting bigger and bigger. And then the bad guys around me would say, "You have nowhere to go." And next thing I know, I would unleash, I guess, a pulsar rage attack that would cause me to scream like I fell off that cliff going, "No!" And next thing you know, all the bad guys on the screen would just get wiped out. And then they would say over the intercom from the helicopter, "He's too strong, he's too strong." And I would just keep running throughout that level from the rooftop to finally clear it, and would make it toward the next portion of the level where I would have to fight against this giant mobile attack thing that I thought was a dreadnought at the time, but I was Don Quixoting. It was just a attack ship that tried to take me out, and my brother tried to beat it, no dice. But when I picked up the sticks after learning so much about this game, I learned that I had to take out the 4 pillars around it and just lower the whole roof on the top of that creature for the whole game to just shake with bonus points left and right, saying that I finally was able to beat that level. And I thought I did a pretty good job then. I said, yeah, I'm pretty good at this game, I got this. And that confidence would wither away the second I would make it to that next stage. Cause the next stage I had to do, besides jumping from rooftop to rooftop, I would have to make my way to this, I guess, blimp-like thing and fight against a multitude of different bad guys who were shooting at me from, I guess, these helicopters or jet planes, and would have to aim the gun upwards to try to take these guys out, shooting left, right, front, and center, while my brother, who was awestruck by all of this, was sitting in the room with me watching this. And while he was watching, I noticed while I was trying to shoot them that they weren't trying to shoot me. They were trying to shoot the blimp I was standing on. And each one of them would have rockets and lasers and what have you shooting at me. I would use my rage attack screaming, "No!" to get them all off me. That wouldn't work, because the next thing I know, after I tried to take them out, I would have a cutscene where they say, "Target confirmed kill. We got him. He's down." And it would show the blimp making a slow descent like the Hindenburg right toward the ground, exploding into 1,000 pieces. And this would happen every single day for the next 3 years. I kid you not when I say this, folks. For the next 3 years, I'd be stuck on that one part of the level until eventually I would wave the white flag of I give up and never play that game again. That was until I would hit my 11th birthday, looking for that game like a madman, with the fact that my video game IQ got a little bit higher since that one fateful day, and I was looking to try to finally beat that game once and for all. But unfortunately, yeah, I would not only not find the game in the case that it was in, but would learn that years later that game would go missing ever since that one fateful day. And with that being the one video game mountain as a kid I was unable to climb and still want to climb to this day, I got a feeling the next time we tell a story for this game, it will be when I conquer it. And with that said, folks, wraps it up for yet another alpha numerical weapon grade showdown of Rage Edition of the DJ Smokey's true video game stories. And with that, we'll be back with more right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.